Welcome to Nevada State High School's Count Day tutorial for all students. Use the guide bar at the bottom of the page to navigate through the presentation. Go ahead, click the forward button now to begin. First, let's understand what Count Day is. The state actually takes account of the number of students at each public school in Nevada to determine how much money the school will be given that year. This money is used to pay for your classes, textbooks, and so on. Unlike traditional schools, each student at Nevada State High School must submit proof to validate enrollment, as the students are all enrolled in college classes, making it impossible for Nevada State High School to verify their enrollment directly. If students do not submit valid proof, it means the funds to pay for their classes are not available. That means Nevada State High School will not pay for your classes. You do. Students need to submit required documents to verify their activity in college classes. These dates are on the date card. Make sure you know them. In this tutorial, we will discuss important information about the Count Day form, validating course enrollment, and submitting the form to Nevada State High School. At the end of the presentation, you'll take a short 5-question quiz. Click to the next slide when you're ready to begin. The first thing you will do is fill out your Count Day form. Be sure to read the form to ensure that you are aware of the important information that it contains. Complete the top section seen here circled in red by typing all of your current contact information. Do not forget your grade level. Yes, the Count Day form needs to be typed. The form is available on Moodle, and you can type all of the information right on the form. Next, type the actual names of your classes in the column labeled Classes/Course Title, as indicated in the yellow circle. Remember, Study Skills is CEP 050 for the fall and 051 in the spring. Transitions is CEP 060 in the fall and 061 in the spring. To finish preparing your form, type your professors' names on the form in the area that is circled in blue. Be sure all of your classes are listed and match the classes you have on your CAP form. 11th graders must have 6 classes, and 12th graders must have at least 4. Click to the next slide when you are ready to continue. Now that you understand how to prepare your form, the next step is validating course enrollment. This is done by proving that you have been active in your college classes during the established count week dates. There are 2 ways to validate your activity in the course. The first option is to show online activity in the course. This is done by printing off screenshots of your activity and submitting them with your Count Day form. The other option is obtaining a professor's signature on the actual Count Day form. Let's see how to do both of these. Click to the next slide when you are ready. Many professors have students submit work, post messages, and communicate online. This is the best way to prove that you have been active in a course. First, make sure you have logged on, completed an assignment, communicated with your professor or other students in your class, and that you are actively engaged in the course during the count week time window. Submitted assignments, login dates, and emails through Canvas to your professor or other classmates are excellent ways to validate activity in your course. Each printed page you use to prove activity in a course must have 3 things on it: your name, the course name, and the date of activity. Remember that the date must fall within count week. When you print your supporting documents, you will need to highlight these 3 things on every page. Also, resist the urge to send your professors bogus messages just to show that you have made the date. This annoys them. Don't irritate the one who determines your grade. If you're going to use an email through Canvas as proof of activity, make it a legitimate message. Click to the next slide when you are ready to continue. Let's take a moment to walk you through the process of printing these supporting documents. Of course, you must first log into your Canvas account, access your course, and have the proof on your computer screen. Then all you have to do is take a screenshot and print it. Taking a screenshot is different from simply printing the page. When you take a screenshot, you get everything exactly as you see it on your screen. It is a simple process and will ensure your printed documents have all the information you need. You start by pressing the Print Screen key on your keyboard, circled here in red. While different keyboards have this button in slightly different locations, the one shown on your screen is very common. It will sometimes require you to use the Function key as well, so I circled it in yellow for those of you not familiar with it. Click to the next slide when you are ready. Next, you open Microsoft Word, Paint, or another program that you can paste an image into. For this lesson, I will use Paint. To find Paint, use your search bar in the Start menu for Windows 7 or earlier. For those using Windows 8, use the search icon as shown on your screen. Type in Paint and open the program. Click to the next slide when you're ready to continue. Now you simply paste the image to the page. You can press the paste button circled here on the screen or simply use Ctrl-V, the keyboard shortcut for pasting. Click to the next slide when you're ready. You now have an image that reflects everything on your screen. Notice the start bar with the date and time at the bottom. The ribbon for the PowerPoint program is on the top and will also be printed. You can go to the File tab to print or simply use Ctrl-P, the keyboard shortcut for printing, to print this image. Let's look at some examples from past count days so you can see the kind of things we're looking for. Click to the next slide when you're ready to continue. Here's a screenshot of a message sent to the student's professor. I blacked out the student's name for this example, but you can see the end result. Notice how the date, course number are highlighted on this page. The student's name is also highlighted under the black circle. If you message your professor in Canvas, this is what it should look like. Remember, the date you highlighted needs to be during count week. Click to the next slide for our next example. This is an example of an assignment submitted on Canvas. Notice again the name of the student is blacked out, but you can see the course name and date the assignment was submitted. This is an ideal submission document. Click to the next slide when you are ready. Here's an example of an assignment that was submitted during a previous count day. Notice again the highlighted class name, date, and student name. If you submit a discussion, paper, or other assignment during count week, this is what your supporting document should look like. Click to the next slide when you're ready. If your professor does not have anything online, you can approach him or her to obtain a signature. The upper corner of the form outlines count week information for your professor, but it is best if you explain that this is used to verify enrollment for your scholarship. Have the professor sign next to his pre-filled out name and be sure to have him write the date next to his name. Here's a helpful hint. Try to catch your professor at a convenient time, not when he or she is rushed. Also, you will get Nevada State High School courses validated with Nevada State High School teacher signatures. If you're printing off supporting documents for a class, the professor does not need to sign your count day form. Instead, you simply type "See attached" in this space. Click to the next slide when you're ready to continue. If you have a mid-semester starting class, go to your college student account and pull up your class schedule. This will show your course start date and will work as validation for this class. Print this, write "See attached" on the form, and prepare for submission. If you have a BYU course, you'll go to the grade screen and print the activity for what you've done this week. If you are completing the count day form for spring semester and took classes over the winter, just submit the final grade through an unofficial transcript with your count day form. Summer courses are not allowed on the form as they are not part of either fall or spring semesters. The high school courses may include the 2-week course, transitions, and study skills. Compass for second-year seniors is not a class and does not go on the count day form. If you have weekend or night classes before the due dates and need a professor's signature, get the professor's signature a week earlier or submit a ticket to get further guidance. Other excluded courses from the count day form include lab classes. These are part of science courses but do not go on the form. Math prep, proficiency support, or any other class that's less than 3 college credits, or any course 300 level or higher also do not belong on the count day form. Click to the next slide when you're ready to continue. When you have all of your supporting documents from online validations and professor signatures on the form, go back and see that everything is typed. Organize and place the supporting attachments in the order they are listed on the count day form. Be sure to highlight your name, the class name, and the activity date within count week on each printed page. Sign and date the bottom of the form during the established count week date window. Students will attend their scheduled study skills class to turn in this paperwork on Monday or Tuesday, even if they are exempt from study skills. For students exempt from study skills, come to the time you circled on your CAP form. If you have questions or need help determining what to print, you can submit a ticket and attend your assigned study skills session. It is essential to be accurate and complete with your count day form. This is one of the big due dates for the year, and the state auditors will be going through these to determine our funding. Click the next slide when you're ready to continue. In this count day tutorial, we have discussed how to complete the count day form, validate course activity, and the submission of the count day form. Now let's take a short 5-question quiz on this material. Click to the next slide when you're ready to continue. Let's go through a couple of things before you begin your 5-question quiz. After answering each question, click Next. After answering all of the questions, click Submit All. You will have 2 opportunities to take the quiz. Take your time and read each question carefully. Click to the next slide when you're ready to begin.